When you're designing any road project and you're done designing, that is, you've done your vertical alignment, horizontal alignment, and generated your cross sections, the question is about presentation of your design. I normally say that no matter how good of a design engineer you are, if you can't present your work well and in a very pleasing manner, then you have not made your point. So I want to take you through presentation of your design work. And the first thing is when you're presenting drawings for road projects, we provide what we call a plan and a profile. So in this case, this is a simple design that we have in Civil 3D. And the first part is what we call a plan. So this is the plan. Let me just highlight it. This part, this is the plan. And the plan must contain a couple of details. The first one is the north arrow, so that we know which is the north side of our design, so that we are able to read it accurately. The second thing is the direction. So we need to know, for example, a reference point for a town. So in this case, we say Dikova town is on the left and Motomo town is on the right. The second thing is the survey primary points, or what we call the control points. You should also give the datum. So you can see here the datum is the Act 1960, and of course we are using the UTM coordinate system, and the zone for this project is 37 degrees south. So this basically means we have georeferenced our project. On the same note, you can see we have some grid, and these grid lines are also georeferenced. This ensures that we are able to know where this project is located, so that actually even when we turn on geolocation on the software and then have the base map, we can directly go to where this project is relocated in real time. The second thing that, or the third element that you need to show on your profile is, of course, the right of way, or rather on your plan is the right of way. So we need to know, is your road encroaching outside the provided road corridor? In this case, we can see the road is within the boundary of the road reserve. Then the other part thing you need to show is the changes. So in this case, I chose a distance of 100 meters. So 51, 51 plus 100, 51 plus 200, all the way to the last station for this section. After that, you need also to show the drainage structure. If you have a pipe culvert, you need to show it on your profile. And in this case also, you need to show the size of the culvert and of course the chainage, that is the location, so to speak. After that, we have the main carriageway. So you must show the center line, the edge of traveled way, the shoulders, and the drainage. And this one is also supplemented by a legend. So the legend here is showing, for example, the existing buildings. So for this case, this shows the existing building. We have the benchmark, or what we mostly call the control stations. For this section, we don't have any. You will have the culvert, the kilometer marker. So for example, at the start of every kilometer, we have the kilometer marker. You also have now these lines, this legend showing what each line represents here. So we have the center line here, the right of way, the grid line, the contours, and all of that. The other element that you need to show is these are the contours. So the contours is basically the surface of our section, for that matter, which is generated from the survey data. So we need also to have a title, which is the plan view. You can include the kilometer or just leave it, or rather the chainage of the section, or just leave it out. So that is the plan. After the plan, we have the profile view. So the profile view, or rather the profile, is what shows the vertical alignment of the road project. So we need to have the two most important aspects is the design profile, the design finish road level, so the one that is in green, and then we have the OGL, the one that is in magenta. So for example, the entire of this section, you can see it's a field section. Field section means that the road is the designed profile is above the existing ground. So you need to fill some pavement layers for you to achieve the finished grade. So you also need to indicate the design speed. So for this project, it was 80 kilometers per hour. That the profile view, you can indicate the chainage. This is from kilometer 51 all the way to kilometer 52 plus 210. After that, the profile also has what we call the data bands. So these are the critical elements that you need to have to show in your data band. The first one is the finish road level. Of course, after that, we have the original ground level, so that you can see what is the comparison between the two. Then after that, we have the vertical alignment. It shows the design profile, so to speak, where we have the curve length, we have the PVI stations, and of course the PVI elevation. It also shows the gradient of our road. So for example, the gradient is 0.77. And if you go up on our profile, the gradient is negative 0.77%. After that, you need also to show the horizontal alignment in your data bank. So in the horizontal alignment, this is where you show the straight section. You need to know the length of the straight section. You will also know the length of the spirals. So for this case, it's 54, or what we call the transition curve. And also you're going to have the curve itself, where you're showing the radius, the PI, the length, and of course, many other elements. And after that, we have super elevation. This is very important. We'll show the super elevation applied on section up all the way to the maximum super elevation. After that, you will show also the changes in station. So the changes in the profile should be able to should be at intervals of 20 meters, so 551 plus 00, 2020, all the way to the end of the station. Lastly is on the title block, you will show the employer. So for example, if it's a Kena project, you'll have the title of the project and the bracketing the section. You'll also have the name of the consultant, the name of the contractor, designed by who. So this is where if it is you who designed it, you can give your name. And then after that, the title of the drawing is a plan and profile, indicating the stations. And lastly, you have the scale, that is both the horizontal and vertical scale, of course, the sheet number, the date of the project. So these are the most important details that you need to show in your profile. And forgot that you should also show the culvert and their position. And of course, this one gives confidence again to know where will be the culvert to be constructed, and the contractors can be able to, start planning on how they will do the excavation. So those are basic, simple details that you need to have in the plan and profile for professional presentation.